So, my name is Simsina and I'm about to put my psychic abilities to the test for the second time. Now, I would like to look into the future of this next allegedly werewolves game pack, and then when the pack comes out, I can come back and see if I had guessed anything. Now, I did one of these for Cottage Living and I actually guessed some things, others not so much. It will be nature-based, there will be a new world, there will be new occults. It will be one of the best-selling Sims 4 packs yet. I also kind of accidentally predicted my wedding stories. Just kind of the romantic atmosphere. Also, they're ruled by Venus, which is the planet of love. So I'm expecting to see a lot of sort of like romantic vibe around this pack. There is also something very unpredictable about this pack. Like, I'm guessing there will be some kind of a change to this pack, but at the very last minute or something like that. That's totally my wedding stories. Please tell me I'm not the only one that sees that. Now look, I'm not psychic, nor do I really believe in all of that. But at the same time, I cannot help myself but to find all of this extremely fascinating. Now, I've seen some ghosts in my days. There is a man standing at the foot of my bed. Let me explain this man. It wasn't like a man, so like a human, like how I look. It looked like it's very hard to explain. It looked like a shadow, but in like 3D. What I really love is creative way of thinking and creative approach to either a problem or like a task, but like in a healthy manner. Not to the point where it controls your life like Anfisa does to George. Also, you can participate in this reading if you want to, and then you can let me know in the comments if your interpretations are the same as mine. But before we get to all of that, I actually have an extremely important announcement to make. Now, my channel recently had its first birthday. It was very emotional. I hosted my first giveaway because I did no other ways to celebrate. Now, more people than what I had expected actually applied, and I'm very thankful to all of you. And I kind of feel bad that I cannot give more packs, but it is what it is. There will be another birthday. If we make it to 1K, we might do another giveaway, or that's what I keep telling myself. But the winner of Simsina's first birthday is Lena with the heart. Now, I believe there were actually several Lenas. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, if one of them Lenas win, there's gonna be such confusion, and look what happens. One of the Lenas won. So I'd just like to make sure that the Lena that had won is a Lena with a heart. Now, Lena with a heart, please hit me up on Instagram. This is my Instagram. DM me if you're still interested in the pack and confirm to me which pack you want. If the winner doesn't contact me in the next 48 hours, I'll move on to the next person, and so on and on and on. Once again, thank you to everyone who participated and helped me celebrate my very first birthday. It was actually so much fun for me, and I truly do hope that there will be a chance to do something similar again in the future. But while we're on the topic of future, let's predict it. Okay, so the way that this works is that I had made these Sims Psychic Oracle cards, and I shoved all of them on this wheel. Now I'll spin the wheel to get the cards for my reading. I will use 6 cards in total. 3 main ones, each representing past, present, and the future. And then each of these cards gets an additional helper card. We're starting in the past. So my focus right now is the next Sims 4 game pack. Ether is the first card, and like I had said, this card will represent our past. Ether is what we know traditionally as the 5th element. This would also represent our ability to speak or to be heard, but also the ability to truly listen. So, in the past, at least according to this, people have expressed that they want this game pack. Now, to look a little bit more into the past, I'm going to pull out another card for clarification. Belagoth. Belagoth is a Cancer in The Sims, and Cancer's symbol is the moon, which, if we get werewolves, this could be taken quite literally, since, werewolves are traditionally associated with like lunar changes. However, since this is in the past, something that crossed my mind is that there were these old tweets from sim gurus, and all of them had like this moon vibe. Something that's a bit weird about this combination is that it could be somewhat like motionless. So like Ether and Belagoth together, rather than them representing an action, it more so represents kind of contemplating, like thinking about the next move. And I'm really hoping that this is reflective of the past, meaning that they had potentially really tried to focus their energy on the right path, Now, I don't think that this pack was rushed. I feel like they've been working on this for a while. There's almost like this protection around it. So I feel like in the past, it was truly intended to take great care of this pack. Let's go to the present. So right now. Olive Spectre. Olive Spectre is the OG in The Sims 2, in case you didn't know. She's a very, very interesting character in the Sims series. She has like all her lovers buried in her backyard. I'd look into it. But anyways, her sign is the Scorpio, which is another water sign. Cancer with, Belagoth was also a water sign. Now, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto is the ruler of the underworld. Now, this sounds a lot worse than what it actually is. In general, this card would actually represent transformation, and it's more so about like letting go of the past and embracing the new rather than like actual underworld. But let's pull the second card to get the proper reading of the present. Nancy Landgrab. Now, Nancy is a Capricorn. So, we have Nancy and Olive. God help us. Like, in actuality, like in actual tarot, like if these cards weren't just the cute little Sims cards, but if they were actual tarot cards, these two cards would be Death and the Devil. Now, Nancy is this busy businesswoman, and she will stop at nothing to achieve her goals. So this card to me screams, I want success, I want money, I want status. EA expects this pack to explode in sales. And it's not even if this can make us a lot of money, it's more so this better make us a lot of money. I hate to say this, but there is also a sense of manipulation here. It's almost like this stuck kind of a feeling that then eventually leads to behaviors such as manipulation. But it's like an unrealistic feeling, because it's almost like this next game pack is being restricted by expectations of people around them, or even, them themselves. But considering we have Scorpio here, and as a main card, it represents what remains after all the crap went down. So I see EA or the Sims team sort of right now like realizing their capacity to rise above these expectations, and this need to almost like reinvent themselves. It almost feels like a rebranding is happening. But I feel like this rebranding is kind of led by greed, but also there is a simple necessity to change. Let's go to the future now. Pollination Technician 9. This is a legendary alien sim from The Sims 2 as well, and this sim is Pisces, which is another water sign. I pretty much exhausted all water signs in this reading. Now, water signs usually represent like the subconscious, kind of like psychic abilities, weird, supernatural, darker side of our lives. Unironically, the tarot card that represents Pisces is actually the moon. So, another moon reference. If we don't get werewolves, I'll be so disappointed. However, this card is often associated with like really high idealism, meaning that like things are not necessarily as they appear. So according to this card, which keep in mind this is our future, and I'm kind of curious about that the most, is that we might be surprised as to what we get. Hence, everything is not as it seems. And it's with this card, it's usually oh so happy, almost unrealistic at first, and then it goes downhill, you know? Now, I don't know what exactly this entails, like if the pack will not be werewolves, or if, you know, it just might be some bugs. You know what, let me pull a helper card. Might be a bit clearer. Nervous subject. Oh my god. Nervous subject. I got him on my Cottage Living reading as well. Nervous subject is another Sims 2 character, and his sign is Aquarius. Now, okay, I might be wrong on this because right now I'll be kind of biased, and these readings tend to be the least accurate, like when you're biased. But Aquariuses are usually very like quirky signs. And as a sim player, I know that the Sims team tends to make things quirky, so I really do hope they don't go way too quirky with this pack, that it'll be the reason for the expected disappointment. So I feel like this pack will definitely stand out amongst the others. It'll be more so strong on its own, and I don't really see it blending with the rest of the packs. It's more so like a standalone pack. Now, this doesn't mean that it won't necessarily merge with other packs in one way or another, but I just kind of see it standing out for some reason. This pack also contains certain amount of duality, which is seen in both of these cards. So in the Pisces card, which is our main card, in traditional tarot, the duality is between a dog and a wolf. Dog represents the tame side of our pack, and the wolf represents the wild side of our pack. Nervous subject, or well, Aquarius, as I had already mentioned, is pouring water onto the land. So one foot is in the water, and that foot symbolizes intuition and more so like the darker side, while another foot is on the land, and that one represents stability. If we don't get werewolves, I'll be so disappointed. And right now I kind of feel like I did this to myself. But we'll just have to wait and see until the pack comes out so that we can know if we guessed anything. I'll be continuing my CC series. I'll also continue my Days of Simmers Lives series. Let me know in the comments if there is any other content that you would like to see on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I would also like to thank once again everybody who had participated in my birthday giveaway. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video.